Hi, good morning. My name is Daniel, and in this episode, you're going to see the most advanced EA I use, the Architect EA. In this first episode, I'm going to explain a little bit about how this EA works and show tracking results, including mine. And in the next episodes, you're going to see the weekly updates and the weekly trades that this EA has done. So you can actually follow every week the evolution of this EA. If you want to test the EA or purchase it, there's a link in the description. If you like the video, then please like the video. And if you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe, because we're going to do one episode a week for this EA as well, next to the Market Master, the Powerhouse, and a few others. All right, and now we are again on the vendor's website, responsibleforextrading.com, and we're going to go and click on the Architect Algo. I'm not going to go into a lot of details. You can find the information on the website, but the Architect Algo is the AI-powered, adaptive, built for long-term consistency trading expert advisor. I'm not going to go into a lot of details, but the Architect Algo is an AI-powered expert advisor. As a change from a normal EA, the Architect not only uses certain indicators to enter a trade or to exit a trade, but also asks the market if what's the sentiment, if the sentiment is right or wrong, if the direction is right or wrong to make a certain trade. And only for that it uses the ChatGPT, and only if a percentage is over 64% that the trade will be successful, it opens a trade. And those percentages can be changed actually. It has also a sentiment filter that analyzes the market real quick and gives a great feedback to the AI before the AI makes the decision to actually open the trade or not. There are a lot of settings, and this AI is more for the advanced traders. It uses the OpenAI and Cloud support, has 12 strategy, has as well the 30-day money back guarantee, and it's fully compatible with the MT5. You can also here get a 10 days demo. Same as the Powerhouse, the Architect Algo has tracked accounts where you can check real results with real money. And we're going to open a few. Here's a link for the Vigorous OpenAI account. The deposit was $3,000. Now it has an account $4,300, and the profit was over $1,000. And the account opened in October 2025. It had quite a few drawdowns, but overall it's highly profitable. And the drawdown was decent. It had only a couple of drawdowns over 20%, but overall it's close to 5 to 10%. And the maximum drawdown was 24.15%. It works on quite a few pairs, including the gold, euro dollar, the gold dollar, euro dollar, pound, USD, Aussie, dollar, USD, and so on, with the most profitable one being the gold, but also probably the most risky one. The winning percentage is crazy high on this account. That being said, there are always quite a few trades left open, which ended up closing sometimes weeks or even 1 or 2 months after. The average trade length is 14 hours, and the longs one percentage-wise is 86% longs and 87% shorts one. So the winning percentage is very high. The profit factor is 2.58 in this account. We can go now to the next one, which is using the Vigorous AI on a small $500 account. So this can be used even on such a small account. Of course, with a higher risk, the drawdown is a bit higher, 43%, but overall the deposit was $500, and at this moment the account has $948 with a profit of $448, and this was made only since January. So the average monthly profit in this account is 11%, but again, it's slightly riskier. Here you can see the profit chart, and yeah, there was a day when there was a loss. It can happen with a $68 loss, which affected a little bit the profit. Overall, recuperated, and it's very profitable. And of course, the drawdown can be bigger, 25% on this chart, but yeah, statistically, it's 43%, the highest drawdown. Again, here, crazy high percentage-wise of winning. Longs one, 90%, shorts one, 92%. The profit factor is 3.08, and the average trade length is 21 hours. And if I look at the summary, it trades aggressively on gold USD, which is by far the most profitable pair, but also on the pound, Canadian dollar, the euro, Japanese yen, and the euro pound, with the pound Japanese yen being unprofitable. And if I look at the monthly percentage, 24% in January, 4% Feb, 21% March, 6, almost 7% April, 5% May, and 5% June. So the percentage is quite high. And here you can see Sharpshooter OpenAI. Not to be confused with the Sharpshooter in the Powerhouse. The strategy is similar, but it uses also the AI input to enter trades. This is the same also for the previous accounts that used the Vigorous AI, which is similar to the Vigorous from the Powerhouse, but adds also the AI part. Again, a small account, $500 deposited. The profit is $98, and the total is close to $600. So this is the graphic for the growth and the balance and the profit. Some days are more profitable than others, and the drawdown slightly lower, and the maximum drawdown was 24%, but overall it's more close to 4, 5, 6%. The monthly win is definitely lower, it's 3.12%. So this is a more safer approach. The percentage of winning is a bit lower, 80% on long and 76% on loss. The profit factor is 1.79. The duration is 9 hours per trade. It uses, again, only the sharpshooter. And as a summary, it uses the sharpshooter in quite a few pairs. Again, gold being the number one, but also the others that you can see here. And if I look at the monthly percentage in profit, we can see 1%, close to 3%, over 7%, 2%, and 2% overall. The Architect Algo Strategy 4, which is a new strategy specifically designed for the architect. The deposit was $3,000. Now in the account are $4,287, and the profit was $1,287, with a monthly profit average of 3.770 and the drawdown of 9.12. The drawdown is really, really low. So here you can see the balance chart, the profit, with certain days being extremely profitable, and the drawdown, which is really, really low in this case. And here you can see the advanced statistics for the trade. And for the summary, it trades only in 2 pairs, the USD Japan Yen and the Euro USD pair. Both of them highly profitable. And in trades, it had 2 open trades, but they were open a few days ago on Friday, so that's not a problem. If I look at the history, at the duration, and if I look at the duration, it's quite good. The longest was 3 days, but the average, like I said, it's definitely shorter than this. And here, there's another account, again, real money, no demo account. Architect Algo with a vigorous AI with 18 pairs. This account started at $1,000 and added another $1,942 as a profit, with a total balance of close to $3,000. And here you can see the chart. It started in December all the way till now, with the equity sometimes going a bit lower, but then recuperating very aggressively, and so on. Part of the job. The monthly profit is really high here, over 16% every month, but the drawdown is also quite high, 58%, as you can see in the drawdown statistic. And if I look at the summary, the average length is one day, the profit factor is 2.01, and the percentage of winning, longs 185, shorts 189, so they're quite good. And here you can see all the pairs that this AI is trading. Again, gold being the most profitable one, but also the New Zealand dollar USD was actually very profitable, Australian dollar USD, and so on. Most of them being extremely profitable, and you can see also the winning percentage here. You can stop the video, and if you want to go and check more in details, and of course you can go to the website of Ryan, and you can just click on links, and you can see everything that I'm showing here. The one thing that this EA is a bit different than other EA is the fact that sometimes it holds trades for quite long. This Euro USD, it's from April. I have this as well also in my account, so I know what exactly on the same day, which is again, of course, not ideal, but it ends up closing them. But yeah, there are quite a few trades open here. The lot size is quite low, 0.8, so it's not. It looks worse than it is, and with a draw of $800 inside the trades. But it looks worse than it is because all the trades are 0.01, so the trades are really small. And here you can see the history. So the lot size, they are staying quite low overall. The biggest lot size was 0.12, so the martingale is not that aggressive. Yeah, the duration, it can get also quite big. And of course, it can get also very, very small, especially on the gold trades, but it can be also very big. But that's a good sign as well that the EA doesn't forget about these trades and actually can close the trades more than 2 months after opening it and close it at the end in a profit. And here you see another account, Architect Algo, the sharpshooter, low risk, again, real money, and actually even live updates. And this one, yeah, the deposit was $30,000, but there was a withdrawal. So the profit graphic is more relevant. It ended up having over $2,000 of profit since May. And here you can see my Architect EA, real results with real money, real verified account. Yeah, initially my balance was around $10,000, then I increased it to 50, almost 15, then I slightly decreased it, and then increased it again. Now it's over 15. More relevant is the profit. It started really well, really aggressively, making, I mean, I started at the beginning of March, and in less than a month, it made over $800 of profit. But then I hit a stop loss in one of the strategies that I actually was not paying attention to. It had a really tight stop loss of like 7% or something, which I would have never kept if I would have known. Not making excuses, but just telling you, I let the strategies run usually 15 or 30%. I let them run. And if I would have a 15% stop loss during the strategy, it would have got out just fine in a profit. So my mistake of not knowing, in this case, cost me around $700, $800. But the EA did his job and recuperated. And you can say overall the total profit is $1,240. It's not bad for a few months of trading. Total gain is 11%. At this moment, this is the balance. This is the equity. I have the biggest drawdown was 8.48, which is really annoying because the stop loss was 7% at the time. And if the stop loss would have been at 15%, I would have got out just fine. This EA also trades in Bitcoin. And that's why sometimes the pips, especially if it goes against you, can be really big and negative in the wrong direction. That being said, it's still highly profitable. And actually, I'm here to give props to one of the best EAs inside the architect, which is the Bitcoin Chopper, developed by Big Money. You can find details about him on YouTube, and it's extremely profitable. I like it. So overall, the details over 2,400 trades, so a lot of trades. The profit, the percentage is quite nice, 78%. Profit factor is 1.36. The drawdown is only this. We're gonna pay some commissions because there are a lot of trades happening. The average duration is 18 hours, so quite similar to what we see there. I have, again, this is the only thing about this EA. It will keep quite a few of the trades open. So in this case, you can see I have 3 pages of trades. Overall, it's not bad. It's 1.7 in an account that is over $15,000. So percentage-wise, it's not that bad. But this is the way it works. And slightly increases the lot size overall if needed. And if I look at the profit, since I opened my account, the gain percentage-wise was 5.75. Then I lost this one, 3.333, but I recuperated. In May was almost 5, and in June was over 3.5% of profit, and July just started. It trades in a lot of pairs, and here you can see on the MT5 how the EA actually looks like. You can see the open trades, a lot of vigorous AI, some Ranger, some Night Rider, which is another strategy. You can see the strategies and which one are open. The swap fees are not crazy high because if you consider this was open for more than 2.5 months. The swap fee is only $5 for that trade. So total at this moment, there are some positive as well. So at this moment, the profits around the drawdown is around $856 on this account. If I look at the history, the total profit that it created was $2,151. But I need to add here also the commissions, because you pay commission for everything you do. The swaps was like minus $77 and the commission was minus $800. So a total of $1,260. It looks like the commissions are quite high, but not because of the broker, but because you have a lot of scalpers doing a lot of trading in and out, especially the vigorous AI. Yeah, and the vigorous trades on a lot of pairs. This one and this one and this one and this one. There are a lot of pairs all on M1. So you can say, in my case, I think they're close to 20 pairs. Then there's also the Night Rider strategy. This strategy for Scalper X that trades on a few pairs as well. Again, this is the Ranger using an AI. Again, Ranger, Night Rider, Scalper. And I have also an EA trading on gold. I'm not a big fan of trading on gold that much. It's Gold H1 ADX trend, which was actually profitable. Range, which is another. And this is the Big Money BT Chopper, which I like. And I almost forgot, actually, I have a second architect account, which is a $1,000 account. This is what I started. I started it mid of May, and it made a nice profit, $164 till the beginning of July. Balance, I started with 1,000, and it increased to 1,155, then it increased to 2,000. I had another 2,000. At this moment, you can say this is a $2,000 account, but most of the time was only 1,000. The drawdown is quite small, and the profit is pretty nice. This works only on the pairs of the vigorous AI and also on the Ranger. Overall, all time it made 7.72% with $164 after commissions and everything. Yeah, this I wanted to show that this can work also in a smaller accounts. I mean, you can see that also on the links from Ryan. The percentage of winning is really high. The drawdown is really low. The average duration is actually decent, and the profit factor is really crazy high. That being said, there's a history of keeping the trades open. Here I have also 3 pages of trades. The lot size is not that big. It's 0.46, but the actually drawdown at this moment, which is happening, is minus $491 in a 2,000 with the equity of 2,701 account. So percentage-wise, it's still like 15% more or less. The average monthly is 2.52, and you can see the statistics. It did in May almost 3, in June 4.18, and July has just started. And with this, we finish the first episode of presenting the Architect EA, a very interesting one. Uses an AI. He will help you not get into a lot of troubles over the time. Of course, there are still early days. If you want to test or if you want to purchase the EA, there's a link in the description from the vendor. And in the next episodes will be much shorter. We're going to discuss only the trades of the weeks, what sort of trades I got out, what sort of trades I got in, which expert advisors inside the Architect did great during that week, and which one were a bit lagging. I'm going to present also the losses. As you can see, there was a loss on the Powerhouse. There was a loss also on the Architect. There was no loss on Market Master, but maybe I got lucky. So please watch this weekly series on the Architect EA. And also, you ask me any questions that you want in the description.